I think that a trailblazer is a woman that you have in your life who never gives up and just keeps trying on everything that she does.
Trailblazers, they give me hope, they give me inspiration, and they give me passion.
I want to be a trailblazer because I can help people. When I grow up, I'm going to be a trailblazer.
I'm going to be a trailblazer.
I'm going to be a trailblazer. I am going to be a trailblazer.
My mom and dad lived in Eloy and Coolidge and Florence, and my mom's biggest desire, she wanted her kids to go to college. That was one of her mother's, my grandmother always told her and her sisters, go to school. Make sure, my biggest dream is for the 4 of you girls to graduate from high school. And they all 4 of them did graduate from Coolidge High School. That was one of my mom's dreams, was when she had her kids, she wanted to be close to a city that had a college into it, and Tempe was right there. When she was working for the Salt River Indian Reservation, she was a secretary there, and she was looking at the job advancements through the federal government. And she recalls one of her ladies there that worked there said, "Narcy, don't look at that. You'll never be able to advance, and you don't have an education, so you might as well forget about that." Well, with that made her determined to get her education and to go and advance and do what she has accomplished.
In education, she was led in demanding for equal and quality education in our schools.
Over the years, I look back and I could see and reflected upon her professionalism, like she was at work. I saw that what made her all these things, her professionalism and the gracious lady she is something people call strength of character. I call it integrity.
She was in a position where it was the civil rights, equal employment opportunity has just arisen, and they had to learn what that meant. What was discrimination? How do you go about filing for a complaint that you were discriminated for sex or abuse or anything with working? So her main goal was to go to these different conventions, the different organizations that she started, and explain to them the process and what it was all about. Because it was brand new. The law was just beginning.
We had different cases that came to us. People would make complaints about a certain company, and we'd investigate and we'd make reports and to see whether there was a probable cause for discrimination, to follow up on that. And so we worked on many cases, and she spearheaded all of the employees. I saw how she took care of different problems, how she handled the cases, and she never would raise her voice. She always was very calm in doing all her work. I was very impressed with that.
Speaking for her, I think it was a great opportunity for her to be able to get that advancement, to be able to have that opportunity to show to other women and Hispanics that yes, you can do it, you can have the humble beginnings, and you can work hard, you can sacrifice, but if you have that dream, you can continue to go with it.
She realized that opportunities are there we have to take advantage of. We don't have a lot of opportunities, but the ones that are there we have to really take advantage and not lose them. And I knew that she came from humble beginnings, just like a lot of us did, and that didn't keep us from being all we could be. And so I think from her I learned those things.
Her challenges, I know when she first started school, they were told that they could not speak Spanish in school. So at that time, the teacher said no Spanish. In fact, her name is Narcisa, and because the teachers were English, one of her teachers said, "You can't have that name for Narcisa. It's not an English name." So throughout school, she went by Narcissus, the flower. So that's one of the challenges she had to accomplish because she could not use her own name. So after she got to work, she was discriminated because she was a woman, she was Hispanic, and she spoke Spanish. So there was a lot of that stuff that she had to accomplish. And then when she went back to school in the 70s, she decided She was going to change her name back to Narcisa and go through school and get her degree. And she got her bachelor's degree, and then she ended up getting her master's degree, and it's under her name, Narcisa. She says, I'm not going to go through school with this name that's not really me.
We felt like we're doing God's work. We were eradicating discrimination in the workplace. We had a lot of serious, significant cases, and we just did our work. She was not somebody that was, frivolous or anything. She was a very serious person, and I liked that because that's the kind of work we were doing.
I met Narcisa through LULAC many years ago. At the time, she was state director. And later she moved to LULAC national vice president. Then she came back and continued as a member. She could reach out there to the public. They listened to her. That made her that much greater to the organization.
She impacted a lot of people with all the different organizations that she belonged to. Just being open, being yourself, and saying, hey, you can accomplish your dreams. You can do what you set your mind to. It's just to have that passion and determination that you can do it. She would have loved to have been the opportunity to be here to say something on her behalf. But unfortunately, she's not able to do that. For myself, my brother Tom, and my sister Elizabeth, this is a great honor for us to be able to have her do her story. Thank you.